The journey has begun. It'll take us through Iowa and New Hampshire, onward to the town halls and convention halls, into the spin rooms and ballrooms. And as it unfolds, we'll be navigating the twists and turns every step of the way.
Yes, we will be navigating those twists and turns, ladies and gentlemen, because as you all know, fantasy baseball season is back, baby. Fantasy baseball season is back. Just yesterday, I had the privilege, the honor, the amazing opportunity to interview the commish of our league, one Ben Baddell. And folks, I've got some juicy information for you. All right, so without further ado, let's look at these two beasts right there in our backdrop. Let's go ahead and let's talk some baseball. All right, number one, commission. I talked yesterday about 40 minutes on the telephone device. Thank you, Mr. Alexander Graham Bell, for that opportunity. But I got to say, it was a very lively conversation, full of excitement, full of just energy for this new season. As the commission can say, not making the playoffs last year could really light a fire under his keister. And I think it has, judging by the conversation we had. So let's go ahead and talk about a few things. I know people out there like Billy Baseball, like Austin Sneed, Code Nobes, and especially Jaycock are highly interested in right now. Let's get started first with in 3 days' time. What do we have coming up? 3 days' time? What? GM meetings, roundtable discussion to set the league up. On the 7th of March, the Ides of March, I just got to say, Julius Caesar and him being killed by Et tu, Brutus, if you will, plus this baseball. It's just coming together beautifully. It just shows the history of the world is almost as important as the history of our baseball league. All right, but we got that coming up this Saturday at 2 p.m. over at the House of Mart, the House of Rymart. So it's going to be a splendid afternoon, probably 3-4 hours of just shooting the shiz and figuring out how this league is going to be set up so we can all go home and figure out, which starting pitcher do I want, which outfielder do I want, who's going to fit this category the best. So that's the number one thing right there. I got to say, we have finally got this GM roundtable meeting set up. Those that are not going to be there, you can send your questions, your information, anything you want to change to yours truly right here. You know the man with the plan. You know Thrill's going to take care of you. You know I'm gonna argue for you and fight for whatever you want, as long as it correlates with what I want. If not, just shove them up your arse. All right. So moving on from that to somebody else who needs to shove something up their arse, and I'm talking about shoving some penicillin up his arse, maybe some aspirin, maybe some ibuprofen. I'm talking about Sav Dog, champ ass. Quit your bitching about your health. Get your ass to the GM meetings. There's nothing else that needs to be said here. All right? Commission, I spoke. Your name was a hot and heavy conversation starter. All right? I don't want to hear about your health permitting. You know what? I got a cavity. Health permitting, I'm going to be at the GM meetings on Saturday. I just health permitting. That cavity right there. Oh, God, it just burned so bad. Oh, God, it hurts so bad. All right, so that's all for you, Sav Dog. Just want to let you know. Divisions. Let's talk about the divisions, because yours truly right here, Thrills Alexander, is highly open to a random drawing of league division competitors, possibly even condensing it to 3 division winners. But you know what? That's what the roundtables are for. But I just want you guys out there in the video world to know that I'm looking at ways to change things up, and I'm not, I do not want to reward crap-assery. 10, 11, and 12 seeds being in one division and getting a chance to make the playoffs the next year. I'm not about that life. Seattle Seahawks beat New Orleans Saints. Whoop-de-frickin-do. I don't need to see an 8-14 team making the playoffs, all right? So, Thrills, there's one thing that Thrills going to be talking about at these GM meetings on Saturday. After speaking with the commission, sounds like that might be open for discussion. I couldn't be any more thrilled about that. Last but not least, we need to get a head count of who's coming to this roundtable meeting. We know that Anthony's going to be confused and not know where it is. We know Steed's in Canada, Code's in Jacksonville, and Billy's in, Chi-Town. They're probably under 6 feet of snow. It's March 4th today. Let me check that. Yep, March 4th. So, they probably got 1.5 feet of snow in Chicago as they prepare for another dreary season of Cubbies baseball. Not White Sox baseball, though. White Sox is going to be on the up and up, which leads me to the next man. Anthony, you going to get lost? You going to forget where it's at? You going to forget it's baseball season? You think you might show up? That'd be tight. I know I'll be there. I know the Harbor Trio should be there, except for maybe D-Harb. That's a Saturday. That's Gumbo's day. That might be prime money-making time. So, D-Harb, what you going to do, bro? What you going to do? I know, let's see, Rymar will be there, Jake will be there, BJG, hashtag, He's going to be there. It's 2 o'clock. He'll probably close his pharmacy early that day. He might not even open it at all that day just to prepare for the discussions that are going to take place. So, if I didn't mention you, that's because I'm hungry, I'm tired, I've been at work all day, and I've forgotten about you. If I did mention you means there's love in my heart for you. Just know that. I heart you. On that note, the interviewer of Thrills, Alexander, live from Winston Elementary. We'll see you guys next week or the week after the draft results come in. You'll see this shining face up in your mug again. We'll see you next time.